Okay, so I'm Dave O'Hara, broker with Diamond Realty and Loan. Every Tuesday at 4 o'clock, rather, the first Tuesday of every month, 4 o'clock, at the Redlands Visitor Center, which is where we are. You know, if you're a sponsor of the center, then you have an opportunity to do this as Kevin is. We'll get to his story here in just a moment, but we like to get together and talk about mortgage or real estate. I know it's boring, but it's only boring if it's not about you. If it might pertain to you, it could be interesting, and in this case, exciting. So, today I have Kevin McCartney. He is a veteran. He is a first-time home buyer that just finished the process 2 months ago.
Yep.
And I just wanted to interview him just to see what the feeling was going into it, what prompted him to move forward with the purchase, how the process went, was it scary, was the financing the best, these kinds of things, and his true, humble opinion, how our office worked with him, and how his whole family now, since they've been in the property for about 30 days,
Yeah.
been in the property for a month, and how's it feel? And how did it feel, now this is a good one, how did it feel to write that very first mortgage check rather than a rental check? Knowing that every penny he puts into that property, the property appreciates over time. And remember, it appreciates the entire value of the property, not just what he put down or what he's paying every month. And every bit of work he does to the property is an investment, which increases the value. He did a ton of work. We're going to talk about that. So, Kevin, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah.
So Kevin is he's a small-time, he's a business owner, small business owner.
Yeah.
I'm small-time. And which a lot of the sponsors and supporters of the center are small business owners. But just a little outline of what do you do?
So I operate a pressure washing business locally in Redlands. I grew up here. I'm a veteran. I graduated from RHS in 2005, and coming up on 20 years.
Youngster.
Yeah, well, and joined the Navy, and then came home and started the business here locally. I did a couple of things I was an engineer for shipping and stuff like that, but then it took me away from my family too much. So yeah, I started the business here locally. What I do is I pressure wash. I started off by just doing, it's kind of a new service. A lot of folks don't know about it yet, but it's trash bin cleaning. So we go to your home on a monthly basis or quarterly basis, and we clean your city trash bins. You know, folks clean them themselves typically, at least the ones that care, and then it's a struggle. I mean, it's hard. You got to climb in them sometimes. You never get it done right.
Yeah.
You know, you can rinse it with a hose. It's not enough pressure. So I designed my own trailer. It's got a commercial pressure washer on it. You flip it upside down. It's got a cleaning head that cleans the inside. And then everything falls into a drain trap, which I collect the dirty water, and then I store it, and then I go dump it at the proper facilities.
Mm-hmm.
So, none of that's on the floor. It's, and it's a fairly well-priced service, $25 a month.
Yeah, no. And just to jump in, it's fantastic. And I wish one of the granddaughters was here to give a little testimonial. But Kevin does art cans, and on occasion I have definitely given it to a closing family.
Yep.
That when they buy a house, then he'll go and service their bins for 3-6 months, something, and they always love it. I'm pretty sure they probably continue the service.
Yep.
Okay, so small business owner, employees?
No employees, just me.
Right.
Well, my son.
I think I've seen your son.
Yeah, my son joins when he's not in school, and he
Yeah.
loves it. Weekends and stuff. Yeah, he's
How many kids?
5 kids.
Yeah.
Yep, it's all boys.
So that's part of that was part of the difficulty. So we've looked at a couple of houses, and this was 6-8 months ago ish.
Mm-hmm.
But with that big of a family, that's like a minimum 4-bedroom.
Yeah.
So 4-bedroom, even 2-bath is there's not as many available. And it's interesting because I have a client right now that's exactly what she needs, minimum. And it is probably 2 out of 10 of the listings are that size. And then there's the affordability. So, the stuff you loved, you just didn't want to write the check.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you could have afforded it to jump through those, it's like, I'm not comfortable, Dave. And so tell us the psychology of,
Yeah.
okay, I want the $800,000 house.
Right.
But how'd you make the transition down to what you bought?
Yeah, that's a great question. Just because it was such a battle between me and my wife because we rented for so long and we outgrew where we lived, obviously.
Yeah. How many bedroom?
We had a 2-bedroom apartment
5 kids?
with 5 kids. Yeah, it was rough, but we saved a lot of money. I mean, that was the goal, right? We didn't do it because it was fun. We did it because we had a goal in mind. We were saving money. We were putting together a plan, and every time we were like, okay, we feel kind of comfortable about looking at houses, it was just like everything that we needed was way too much.
Yeah.
600 or north of 600,
Yeah.
especially in like a good community in Redlands.
Yeah.
So, and we don't want to leave. We love this community. I grew up here.
Yeah.
I have my business here, and my wife really loves it here. All the kids go to school here, so it was no brainer. We're not leaving. That's like out of the question. So we poked around for a long time. We had looked at a couple houses, talked to Dave about a handful of times about it, and then we decided, forget it, let's rent. Let's just rent something bigger. I know it's funny now that I think about it, because I don't know, we tried like 3 rentals, and it's like I feel like renters now, they can be picky because the market is in their favor.
Yeah.
And we have 5 kids, and it's like you have a family with 5 kids, or you have a family with 2 kids or 3 kids, and no animals. We have a couple animals, so it's like we were just getting outchosen, and it just kept happening. And me and my wife were like, you know what? I think God's just trying to send us a sign here.
Yeah.
And I called Dave. It was like on a weekend or something. I was just like, hey, let's just put in an offer on this house. And we found a house in Redlands that was a fixer-upper, to say the least.
4-bedroom though.
But it was 4-bedroom, and it was, in a pretty good price range. I think they had it at 4 or 540 originally. And I was like, okay, well, it's under 6. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
And they accepted the offer right away. And and then just
Yeah, it was a bit of a fixer, and you'll get the idea on that when he goes through the repairs he's done to it. But so $540,000. You're a veteran. Took advantage of the VA loan, which is 100% financing. Disabled.
No, not disabled.
No?
We didn't do disabled.
Okay. No, didn't recall.
No disabled. Yeah.
Okay. If the veteran's disabled, they don't have to pay the funding fee, which is the mortgage insurance up front, but regardless.
Yeah.
But also, besides the $540,000, they gave $20,000 towards your closing costs.
Yeah, which was a big upsell.
Yeah,
for us.
that was
huge.
fantastic. And so, so we got the appraisal in. Remember, we're going to ask her for $540,000.
Right.
We got the appraisal in $572,000. He was already making money, loving it.
Yep.
Okay, and so then we closed. What's the total amount you bought the house for? What was out of pocket?
Out of pocket, I paid like $1,200 in inspections. I didn't pay anything.
Isn't that great?
It was. I don't know.
So then you're a homeowner with your 5 kids, and my parents had 8. So I mean, I grew up with a lot of brothers and a sister, so I understand. I'm not laughing at you.
Yeah.
But, okay, so you closed at $540,000, got $20,000 back, so you bought it for $520,000.
Yep.
It's worth $572,000. You redid all the electrical, HVAC, bunch of drywall, took out the
Flooring.
fireplace area.
Yeah, demoed the fireplace just because it was so big and
You ripped all the carpet out?
ripped all the carpet out, put in
Okay.
wood floors, well, the vinyl planks, like the waterproof ones,
Yeah.
the kid-friendly ones.
Yeah. Did it have popcorn?
It had popcorn,
Yeah.
and me and my wife got in there, rolled up our sleeves, and
Yeah.
scraped all that off. We closed on the 11th, July 11th, actually, to be exact, and we moved in. We had to move in on the 1st because we had to be out of our apartment, and so we had 3 weeks to just hustle, and it was stressful, but we got it done, and I'm just so happy that we made that decision because it was scary. It really was. And making that first payment, yeah.
Somebody is asking, how much do you think your house is worth now with everything
Oh
you've done?
gosh, I don't know.
If you,
And I haven't comped it, but if it was worth $572 at that
You have to
time,
imagine it's,
with deferred maintenance and all the other things that it needed, then it's easy 6.
yeah. Well, I can tell you right now too that the home on the adjacent block is up for sale, and they're selling it for like $640. But it has a pool. It's got a ton, like a little bit more updates, because we didn't touch our kitchen, but our kitchen was in decent shape.
Yeah.
It was probably the one room in the home that was in good shape, really.
Yeah.
And but yeah, ripped all the popcorn out, retextured, put in all new floors,
New electrical throughout.
all new electrical throughout. Oh, I haven't told you this. I had solar installed last week. Yeah, we put some
Nice.
solar panels, put 19 panels on. We did a lease for it,
Okay.
and kind of a no-brainer. I mean, we have 7 in our house, and our bill is going to float right around $500 a month during the summer for sure.
mm,
And so the leasing program is 25 years, and they got us for $180 for 25 years.
And that'll cover most of it?
That'll cover all of it.
All of it.
And I will not get any Edison bill. And they're required to maintain the system at 80% or 90% efficiency. They maintain it. I spent nothing out of pocket. I'm basically, it's a, how did he explain it? It's like because what's the contract between us and Edison? It's a power purchasing plan. You purchase
Oh.
power from Edison, right?
Yeah.
You're basically not purchasing from Edison anymore, and you're just purchasing from the solar panel company.
Huh.
It's they're going to get the comps though as well. You don't get the benefits like from the government. They
Yeah.
get,
Yeah.
which is fine. I mean, as long as it saves you money monthly.
It's saving you $300 for sure.
Oh yeah,
A month.
oh yeah,
Nice.
no doubt.
Okay.
So yeah,
All right.
we've
so,
done a lot.
So the family's comfortable in that?
So comfortable. Like my kids are ecstatic.
Awesome.
We have a backyard.
somebody's
Yeah.
curious to know what your monthly payments are compared to when you were renting.
Oh, way more. Definitely higher. But I rented a 2-bedroom apartment. I mean, what can you
Okay.
expect? So.
Okay.
But manageable for me and my wife for sure. But yeah.
Yeah. So after going through the process, suggestions for those people that are watching. They don't own a house. They're paying rent. What's your suggestion?
First, hire Dave. This guy was great. He answered all my questions when I was freaking out because things did get sketchy for a little bit.
Yeah.
We went back and forth with the seller about different situations. You know, the AC didn't work. You know, I was like, okay, like they have to help us out somewhere, right? So he went to bat for me. Obviously, he actually got me $10,000 off, so that was helpful. I think getting the right people in your corner for sure, and then just managing your expectations and understanding, you know, what you can handle.
Yeah, and it's a scary,
It is
stressful
scary.
process.
It is.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you can afford it, you could do it. Highly recommend it.
Remember
Because-
that in your case, it only cost you $1,200.
That's true. I kind of have a
It's
little
a
bit.
little unusual.
A bit of a benefit that others didn't have.
Yeah.
But you know, if you're a veteran, highly recommend. Don't wait. I did the math. My wife did the math too. She's like, you know what we spent in rent? You know how much money we threw away in rent? It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Over a 4-year period, you know, if you do the math, it's just like that money's gone.
Yeah, you pay for 30 days and then that's all you get.
And I walked into a home with $50,000 in equity. I made $50,000, you know.
Yeah.
And this is not everyone's situation, I'm sure, but
No.
I'm just saying, like, you know.
Yeah, it's unusual.
Yeah.
You got rid of those palm trees too, huh?
Oh yeah, we cut
That's
the
all
palm
the
trees
pictures.
out. Golly, they had these 80-foot palm trees in the front yard. You couldn't even see them. You know, they're so tall. And then the street's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, it's got great trees on the street. You know, just typical Redlands street.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah,
over by the university, and it just you couldn't see them.
yeah.
Cut them down. The palms are falling on my roof. I'm going, oh, one's gonna fall on my kid's head or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we got rid of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, all our, you know,
It's a good move.
yeah,
Yeah. Happy for your family.
dreams come true
Yeah. Awesome.
for sure.
Well, for anyone else that's interested in owning a home, it's not just shelter that you have to have. You gotta have it. Unless, I mean, you live in a tent, but that's poor choice, but particularly with 5 kids.
Yeah.
But if you're interested, I'm sure Kevin would be happy to chat with you. I'll give you a cell number. No.
Well, it's his
We
work
can have my
number.
business line if you want.
Right. Trash Buddies, there you go. There's steps to this. And of course, the first step is being psychologically ready. If you're ready, you really want to get out of the rat race of renting, then the process is be comfortable with that, then contact a local finance mortgage company, whomever you trust. If you want to call us, fantastic. We'll chat it over and answer all your questions. There's over 100 different down payment assistance programs, loan programs out there. You don't have to be a first-time home buyer. You don't have to go FHA or something specific like this. And a lot of them have income limits. Many of them don't have income limits. So it just needs to be a primary residence. So there's a lot of stuff that you may not know, and generally speaking, lack of knowledge is what causes the stress and uncertainty and not really wanting to move forward. You just got sick of paying rent.
Yeah, we definitely did.
And getting turned down for other larger properties. And it's probably one of the best financial moves you ever made.
Best. Yeah, bar none. And, my biggest recommendation is if you can afford it, get with the loan officer, get with Dave, see what you can afford. If you can afford it, do it now.
Right.
Better than later, because the prices are only going to go up. Right?
She wants to
Right.
tell Mr. Kevin about how good the trash cans smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they smell so good.
That's awesome to hear. I'm glad I could be helped.
Okay.
So what was I talking about? That
Lost the train of thought. Yeah.
that's all good.
It's all right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Interest rates. So interest rates are up a little bit, but it's 90% sure. At least that's what the economists are suggesting. That September 17th, the Feds meet, and we're pretty sure 90% or better that they're going to reduce the federal funds rate by a quarter. So federal funds rate does not directly impact mortgage rates, but it influences, which is why our interest rates have been getting better for the last week or so. And but you don't wait for interest rates to go down. So what you can afford now, you get on board, you get the house, and then in the future, when interest rates are lower and you feel it's the time, you refinance because you will have gained that appreciation.
Yeah.
And now, boom, you have refinanced at a lower rate, lower payment. And remember, generally speaking, you want to go with a 30-year fixed or 25, 20, 19. You can do any kind of a term, but lock it in for even more savings. So, but don't wait on interest rates to buy a property. Agreed?
Yes, I
All right.
totally agree.
A question for Kevin. How did you
Yeah.
have the money for all the repairs?
Oh, me and my wife, we saved. Yeah, we were planning to buy a house for, 3 years, and we just saved and saved and saved. We stayed at where our rent was relatively low. I think we started out paying $1,500 a month at our apartment, and then it went up to like $17 at its highest. And we just saved as much as we can, and and just once we didn't expect to get into a house with so little money too. We were expecting to have to pay something else,
Yeah.
You just go into it thinking we're gonna need some money for this, and then we got in and we're like, well, we own the house now and we have our savings still, so let's make this better.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what we did.
Okay, awesome. Last question. My job is part-time. Can I buy with my parents' income?
Yeah, that's a great question. And there's a lot of different scenarios of occupying co-borrower and non-occupying co-borrower, or even a co-signer. There's a big difference on all of those. There's kiddie condo and parent condo, which is where, for instance, son or daughter goes off to university and the parents choose to buy a condominium or a house for them to stay in instead of dorms, because they're going to make money on the property, going to be there for 4 years or maybe more. And so the kid doesn't have the income, but the parents do. So the parents can buy the property with the child, owner occupied, because the child's going to live there even though they have no income. So that's just an example. But yeah, there's lots of solutions. And, you know, I worked for a 1 to 4 unit residential mortgage banker for 18 years and worked on a lot of these programs, a ton of them. So there's always options. Final words, you good?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
I love the About Redlands Network. They have been so awesome to me in my business and
Yeah.
just helped me grow in town. And I can't say enough nice things about you guys.
Good. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Awesome.
cleaning our trash cans.
Oh yeah, no problem.
All right, Dave O'Hara, Diamond Realty and Loan. Remember, the first Tuesday of every month at 4 o'clock, we're either going to interview somebody or we're going to talk about something important. If you want something, a topic in particular, direct message, email, text, let me know what it is. People are always sending stuff in, and first-time home buying is a big thing. So I thought it'd be great to have Kevin in, and appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.